Hello and welcome to Temple Street, the show brought to you by the Department of Communication and Journalism at Suffolk University. I'm Aubrey Dunham.
And I'm Mariana Silva. On today's show, we will report on the reactions to President-elect Donald Trump, take a look at the way Suffolk University students view their privileges, and learn about a program created to provide students studying abroad with a sense of home. We'll also learn about a fundraiser to support recent disaster relief in Haiti, as well as an interview with Sushil Bhatia, who sheds a light on a meditative approach that is sure to make you smile.
Later in the show, we'll discuss some of the worst holiday gifts, learn about local Diwali celebrations held in Boston, view the traditional tree lighting on the Boston Common, and as always, we'll end with our critic at large, Wista Jellin. What do you have for us today, Wista?
Today, I will discuss racial tensions as well as my very own personal experience not only dealing but with overcoming racism and cultural appropriation.
It's been a month since Republican nominee Donald Trump was elected president, despite losing the popular vote. With just 2 months before he takes office, thousands of people of different races, cultures, and sexual creeds have been coming together through peaceful rallies to spread the love and protest the hate. Temple Street reporter Brianna Silva has more on the story.
Love trumps hate. A very simple statement with a meaningful message. It's been said that it takes one to start a movement and the rest will follow. 2 women college students did just that by putting together a peaceful rally in the Boston Common, which had a bigger turnout than ever expected.
America has felt divided, and so we just wanted to all come together and show everyone that they're still supported. Americans support each other. We're all here together.
With songs sung in unison and chest-shouting chants, it was evident that those who were present were upset with the outcome of the presidential election. Participants say this rally signifies a safe zone for voicing their concerns while supporting each other.
We're not just protesting Trump and Mike Pence and the entire Republican House, and we're protesting this system, this government that has failed us, and we're ready to fight back with love.
While Donald Trump has been altering his political agenda since being elected and even taking back some of the things he said while campaigning for president, many people say they still feel threatened by his declared policies.
Not my choice for president, to be honest. I was a Hillary supporter, but I think at this today we're here, we want to have peace. I think it's an opportunity to find common ground. The wonderful thing about democracy in our country is we're allowed to have our own views, we're allowed to have our own opinions, and it's a chance for us to continue to try and influence the political process.
Whether you're on the wrong side, whether you be opposite side of me on politics, keep fighting for what you believe in. Your voice deserves to be heard just as much as mine. Put as much positivity as you can with your voice, and don't stop fighting.
There are many more peaceful protests and vigils scheduled for the upcoming month leading up to Donald Trump's inauguration, and protesters say they will continue to fight until love trumps hate. For Temple Street, I'm Brianna Silva.
Many say they'll continue to stand up for what they believe in even after Donald Trump takes office come January 20th, 2017.
In light of recent social movements like Black Lives Matter and a post-election increase in racial tensions, Suffolk students came together to consider their privileged position. Emma Doherty has the story.
This year's presidential election has heightened tensions in America, and organizers of underrepresented groups worry that they'll be further marginalized by the proposed policies from President-elect Donald Trump.
For a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
We're going to build a wall.
There has to be some form of punishment.
For the woman?
Yeah, there has to be some form.
In an attempt to understand their position in society, Suffolk students came together to participate in the Privilege Walk activity created by BuzzFeed.
If your parents work nights and weekends to support your family, take one step back. Get time off for your religious holidays, take one step forward.
Participants say that the event helps them understand the disadvantages that some of their peers face.
We're in the center of Boston, and so everybody that is here comes from very diverse backgrounds, and this kind of activity allows you to interact with people in a really, really safe environment, an environment that is, respectful and controlled.
Event organizers say they hope the increased awareness of privilege gained from the activity will translate to a more engaged civic life for participants.
Anyone attend the event can learn something, and they can change themselves, and they can make an impact on themselves. Then they will start to make an impact on campus and then, in a larger scale in the world.
Despite the diverse student population on Suffolk's campus, officials say that there are still ways that the school can improve.
You look at what are some of the retention tools, what are some of the things that help marginalized students feel safe to stay on campus. It's also when they see themselves reflected in the faculty and staff, and when they see or feel that the faculty and staff understand them. They can share similar stories. Like I mentioned earlier, like I do what I do so that other people can be inspired, but there aren't very many diverse, faculty, staff of color or LGBTQ, so I think that's one area where we can always improve.
For Temple Street, this is Emma Doherty.
The Census Bureau predicts that by the year 2044, whites will be the minority population. It will be interesting to see our society become more equal as our world becomes more diverse.
I sure hope so. Suffolk University is home to 13,000 international students. The Center for International and Study Abroad Offices program welcomes students to campus. One such program is Home Away from Home. Rosanna Corrado has more on the story.
Home Away from Home gives both domestic and international students the opportunity to learn more about other cultures and lifestyles, all without leaving campus. International Student and Study Abroad Advisor Andrea Lee believes this opportunity will challenge students to be more open-minded and believes they will benefit from it in the long run.
I think it's really important, especially in this day and age as we're moving towards a more global society, to really be able to have that intercultural communication skills and prepare our students for the global environment they're going to face.
Home Away from Home hosts various activities throughout the semester to help with the cultural learning process. Mentor Mohammed Hafiz was initially nervous about the transition from Saudi Arabia to the States and says he joined Home Away from Home to get involved on campus.
Home Away from Home is an opportunity to explore even more, not just to Americans, but also people from other cities and other countries around the world.
Mohammed believes this program is helping him and other students to achieve better understanding of other cultures and get ready to work in an increasingly more diverse world. According to BrainGain, nearly 80% of students who have either traveled abroad or interacted with international students were more likely to get jobs because of their language knowledge and cultural training. Not only do students learn about other cultures, but this program also helps timid students break out of their shell.
You have people coming who really care about it. I mean, the local students, Americans coming to these events and speak to you, then you don't feel that, shame maybe, and you just feel more comfortable talking to them.
As a mentor myself, it challenges me to understand other points of view and gain more knowledge about cultures and places. For Temple Street, I'm Rosanna Corrado.
It's great that Suffolk has a program like this for both domestic and international students. It's a good opportunity to learn more about other cultures.
In an effort to help alleviate humanitarian crisis in Haiti, Suffolk University's Caribbean Student Network hosted a luncheon to raise money that will be sent directly to Haiti. Vista Jelen has more on the story.
The island of Haiti has been repeatedly struck by devastation. After a 7-magnitude earthquake in 2010, a Category 4 hurricane in October 2016 killed more than 500 people and left. According to the UN, at least 1.4 million people are in need of urgent help, including food and shelter. But while the island is still recovering from both natural disasters, recent studies show that only 1% of the money raised in the U.S. for the earthquake actually went to the Haitian government. In order to help benefit the people of Haiti directly, Suffolk's Caribbean Student Network hosted a Thanksgiving luncheon to raise money and spread awareness about the critical humanitarian help needed.
So the Thanksgiving luncheon is an annual event that CSN does. Basically, like around the holiday season, like we want to be thankful, so we want to help out families who are less fortunate. So this year we helped out Haiti.
Despite the rising death toll, students were hesitant to donate because of scandals involving charities like the Red Cross and the Clinton Foundation, who misused the donations.
There's just been too many times in the past that you don't know where all the money is actually going to, so it's not one of the places I always donate to.
It is a very malnourished country. It is taken for granted a lot of the times, so I'm very particular about where I give my share.
Caribbean Student Network Secretary Ben Pompolis had this advice for those looking for reliable charities to send donations.
Do your research. That's the best thing you got to do. Know who you're donating to before you give your money, because if you just end up giving your money willy-nilly, you just end up giving somebody something that they don't deserve, and whoever they're supposedly donating to is never going to see a dime of that.
For Temple Street, Vista Jelen.
Despite student skepticism, the Caribbean Student Network was able to raise $1,000 for relief in Haiti, and organizers say they plan to make this benefit an annual tradition.
With finals and the winter blues upon us, students say they need new ways to manage stress and anxieties. Delaney Fischetti sat down with Sushil Bhatia to learn about a surprising way to laugh off the end of semester slump.
Many people have heard the phrase, laughter is the best form of medicine, and no one knows that more to be true than Sushil Bhatia. He is a professor here at Suffolk, an inventor, and a founder, and he still had some time to sit down with me today. Thank you so much for being here.
Of course, I'm always happy to laugh.
So first of all, how do you juggle everything? I thought I was doing a lot as a student, but I don't think anything compares.
Well, juggling is easy when you focus on the things. You can laugh off the things which really don't matter, and you can set the priorities, and then you can move on from there.
So you have many inventions that play a big part in daily life.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of those inventions?
Well, some of those innovations are like glow stick and convention badges. Then I invented a decopier and the book binding and all those things which we use every day.
Mm-hmm.
And particularly one of the products I have is the marking on the milk cartons or the medicines which show you the date of manufacturing or date of expiry. So we don't use the products once they're expired.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the things we use every day.
Those are definitely useful.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So what first drew you into innovation?
I think, Delaney, all the time that I remember ever since I was a student in school, all I wanted to do was start my own business by innovating or inventing new products, because I thought that would give me a unique advantage. So I had followed that path all the way through for the rest of my career. And all my jobs have always been to do with new product development or innovating new products. And that's exactly what I teach at Suffolk now, developing and launching new products.
So in one of your TED Talks, you talked about the importance of thinking inside the box instead of outside the box.
Yep.
How do you think that philosophy has helped you in your innovation?
Because most people are so busy struggling with the idea of thinking outside the box, sometimes they stop thinking altogether. But if we just look at our own lives and see what bothers us, which is thinking inside the box, because we are surrounded by our own thought process, and think of all the issues and problems we face and try to find a solution to that. That's thinking inside the box. Yeah.
So besides great success in innovation, you were also the founder of the Laughing Clubs of America and believe in as well as practice in laughter meditation.
Yep.
So can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Sure. So what happens is when I founded Laughing Clubs of America, the first requirement was will we laugh without telling any jokes. Because what happens when you're a group of people and you tell a joke, somebody gets upset. And also if you do for a long period of time the same group of people, the quality of jokes starts to go down. So we said, okay, no jokes. It's laughter without jokes. And people wonder how to do that. And we say, well, you fake it till you make it. Because when you start laughing, body doesn't know the difference. And slowly the whole system joins up and you start to feel refreshed.
Interesting.
So that's how we put the whole thing together. Yeah.
Sure. So what are some of the different types of laughters that you've developed?
Well, first laughter is always the introductory laughter, because people, when they meet each other for the first time, they don't know how a other person is going to react. So I came up with this introductory laughter. So it goes like this. My name is Sushil.
My name is Delaney.
See, now the first barrier is broken. So laughter breaks that barrier. It also breaks the barrier of language, because there's no language for laughter. People just laugh together and then start to relax, open up to each other, and then they start to communicate.
That's especially useful coming into finals week, especially.
You got it, exactly.
This has been a stressful month.
Yeah, get rid of that stress.
So what are some of the other benefits of laughter?
Well, the laughter is the only exercise which gives you internal massage. Because every other exercise we do is all about the arms or the shoulders or the head or the legs. But by laughing, with deep laughter, we're able to do the internal massage of the intestines, which is required and which we don't do otherwise. And secondly, laughter, 10 seconds of laughter is equivalent to probably about 5 minutes on the treadmill. And the biggest benefit of laughter is it's free, and there are no side effects to laughter.
Exactly.
So everybody's happy as a result of that. Yeah. So this is how we promote the whole thing.
I'm definitely going to skip the gym today since we're laughing.
Yeah, laugh a lot. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
So you've been teaching at Suffolk for many years. In what ways do you incorporate laughter and meditation into the classroom?
So since I teach innovation and new product development and entrepreneurship, the first important thing is for people to get rid of all the cobwebs. Everybody's so proud of the fact that we do multitasking. But multitasking slows us down from doing many things well, because we are too busy running from here to there. So I start all my classes by incorporating breathing exercise, laughter and meditation, helping students to relax, open up their mind, and be ready to acquire and absorb and retain more knowledge.
So, as I said, the finals are coming up, and especially with the stressful election season, why do you think it is so important for students to meditate and relax?
Because if you do 20 minutes of meditation, first of all, laughter. Like as I said, laughter is the shortest form of meditation. It helps us to focus. Then if you meditate, 20 minutes of meditation is equivalent to 4 hours of sound sleep. Not a replacement for sleeping, but it rejuvenates, recharges, and re-energizes our body and mind to the same extent as if you have gone to sleep for 4 hours. So when we get up recharged, we are able to focus, we are able to absorb, and we are able to engage in things in a much faster fashion.
What is one of your favorite forms of laughter that you have come up with?
My favorite form of laughter is cat laughter.
What is that?
Cat laughter is, you know how cats, when they wake up, they stretch their body back and forth, and then they say meow. So I tell people, before you get out of bed in the morning, rather than jumping out of bed, just relax, go back and forth a few times, and I'll show you. Put your hands here, go up like that, go down, go up, say meow.
Meow.
There you go, right, exactly, that's the cat laughter.
It turns into a real laugh, so.
It doesn't, that's what I meant. So because body doesn't know the difference, we are faking it, but it turns into a real laugh because everybody looks at that as, oh, I should be laughing like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it makes it easier at that point, yeah.
Well, thank you again so much for being here.
You're most
welcome. It was
welcome.
a pleasure.
Same here. Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome.
And let's do one thing.
Okay.
You did a great job. You know, in America, everybody says well done, or worldwide. So let's put a thumbs out, well done.
Well done.
This is your laughter of appreciation.
Definitely.
And thank you, Delaney, for
You're
inviting
welcome.
me. Yeah.
So back to you guys in the studio.
As Bhatia said, laughing is beneficial and free, something us college students could definitely find useful.
With finals around the corner, I know I can benefit from laughing it off.
Don't go anywhere. After the break, we'll hear about holiday gift horror stories, learn about the Indian holiday Diwali, we'll take a look at an adored Boston tradition, and hear from our critic at large, Wista Jellin.
We'll be right back.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Many of us learned the hard way that the most important part of gift giving is including the gift receipt. Calvin Andrade took to the streets of Boston to unwrap the truth of the worst holiday gifts.
So what was your worst Christmas gift?
Okay, so my worst Christmas gift, I was probably 10 years old, and I got a gift of all kinds of undies in front of my family. My family had me hold up my undies, and I was so embarrassed.
Oh, probably a really ugly hat my aunt gave me.
I received a candle-making cupcake, and it was horrible. It was make your own candles, put them in cupcakes. Now, mind you, I was 19 when I received this, so it was pretty bad, and I threw that right away.
Pens. Gel pens. Gel pens was my worst holiday gift.
My grandma had like recently came from the islands and she got me a garden gnome. She thought it was like a doll. So she was just like, here's this doll with like a pointy hat. And I was legit like 12 and I was like, okay, like what do I do with this?
Probably a pair of long johns.
I once got this purse thing that was from my aunt that was like an animal, but it was a little unclear what type of animal, and I had to pretend like I really liked it.
No gift. Hey, that was Christmas when I had no gift whatsoever. Having no gift was the worst gift.
A sock from my best friend. A smell sock.
Smelly sock?
I really don't know, to be honest, putting me on the spot. Pair of socks?
An ugly pair of socks from my brother once.
Socks from my mom.
What was your worst Christmas gift?
How about we practice that one time, right? You!
Happy holidays.
Looks like I'll have to stop by the store and return those socks I got you, Aubrey.
I know I've never been disappointed to receive socks, especially with another New England winter around the corner. Boston Mayor Marty Walsh has declared October 30th the day of Diwali celebrations for Boston. The announcement was celebrated across the city with events at the State House, City Hall, and the Arlington Church. I had the pleasure of joining in the celebration and have the story. Diwali, a 5-day festival, is India's largest and most important holiday. Celebrated with great enthusiasm, it's a time to ring in the prosperous new year with friends, family, and neighbors.
I celebrate the message of Diwali. It's really important to recognize the triumph of good over evil, darkness over light.
Diwali gets its name from the row of clay lamps lit outside the homes of people that reflect and share in the festival's celebration. Millions of lights shine on housetops, at doorsteps and windows, and especially around temples. While this holiday is widely celebrated across India, it's taken years of planning and persistence from the city's South Asian Arts Council to bring the festivities here to Boston. Amit Dixit, founder and executive director of the council, led efforts to shed light on the importance of the arts in the celebration of Diwali.
For me, the true Diwali message is bringing communities together, foster relationships, build bridges.
One of Dixit's first accomplishments was in 2012, when Boston's former governor, Deval Patrick, joined him in launching the first public Diwali lighting ceremony at the State House. This year's celebration came with added excitement after Mayor Marty Walsh signed a proclamation acknowledging the Hindu holiday. People from all religious backgrounds, primarily Hindus and Buddhists, say they're thrilled that a holiday that reminds them so much of home is finally receiving the attention they feel it has always deserved. The celebration of Diwali is never complete without fireworks, well-wishing, the exchange of gifts, and most importantly, indulging in dozens of traditional Indian sweets prepared by one another. For Temple Street, Aubrey Dunham. As the busy holiday season approaches, those that celebrate Diwali encourage others to participate in next year's lighting ceremonies, as well as all upcoming South Asian Arts Council events.
It's that time of year again. Bostonians kicked off their holiday season with the annual Boston Common tree lighting. Mary Teresa and I join in on the festivities and have the story.
It was the moment hundreds of shivering spectators waited for.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This marks the 75th year of the annual tree lighting ceremony on Boston Common. Attendee Olivia Bolton says it's her favorite event of the holiday season.
Pretty much the same. I love how many people come out for this. I didn't think it was going to be this popular, and like watching them set up for this event for like days now is just incredible. Like I can't wait until they put the lights on.
Spectators rang in their favorite time of year with a fantastic display of holiday decorations and performances. This event commenced with the national anthem, followed by a figure skating ice show at the Frog Pond, numerous singers, dance performances, and a piece from the traditional play, A Christmas Carol. The crowd seemed visibly excited to attend the celebration, with many saying they love the festive atmosphere of this event.
The figure skating was impressive. It was really good. Yeah.
Just the overall Boston community, I think it's awesome how so many people come out here just for one big event, and I love being right here in the city.
Although there was plenty of entertainment, most were eager for the night's main attraction.
What's your favorite part about this night?
The tree lighting up.
Just before 8 o'clock, the 47-foot Christmas tree and a spectacular display of fireworks illuminated Boston's night sky. The tree was donated for the 45th year by Nova Scotia. The tree lighting is one of the city's most cherished holiday traditions, and one that makes many Bostonians feel part of a great community. For Temple Street, I'm Mary Teresa Kelly with Mariana Silva.
This was my first time attending, but after being there, I think this might become one of my traditions too.
That sounds like a great event. Race relations were one of the hot topics of the 2016 presidential campaign. Wista Jelen shares her personal experiences with racism and discusses the misinterpretation of people of color in the media.
Growing up as a person of color, I was always told that my skin color would affect my life. Being a POC, that's person of color for those who do not know, is hard but also eye-opening. When I was younger, I had to go through conversations that my white friends never experienced. One being the conversations about racism. Imagine a 7-year-old being told that she'll always have to work hard to prove that she's more than her skin tone. When I was younger, I never really thought about my color because as a child, I just wanted to have fun. But as I got older, I realized that my color might push me back and that it will be a struggle for me. For example, being the only minority in the room. Being the only black person in the room is hard because we are often seen as representing our race. I've been through many situations with my classmates where I have to be speaking to educate others, to explain why actions or thoughts are prejudice. Sometimes I have a voice in my head telling me people will not understand, and I say nothing. But when I do decide to speak, I am often told, "Wista, why are you yelling? Why are you mad?" Or, "Wista, you always talk about race." Well, hello, my people are being oppressed. What would you do if you were in my place? One thing my POC friends and I resent the most is the attempt to commercialize and profit from our culture and traditions. An example is when Miley Cyrus claimed to popularize the dance trend twerking. This dance is often seen as sexual performed by a black person, but trendy when performed by a white person. Most people don't know that Miley did not invent this dance. Twerking has been around since slavery, people. Twerking was a celebration dance African slaves performed during festivals and worship ceremonies. When our tradition is both claimed and looked down upon, it's like slapping us in the face and disrespecting our ancestors. While black culture seems to be this generation's favorite culture appropriate, the daily struggle remains a black problem. Everyone wants to Millie Rock on any block, but once an unarmed man is killed on that block, life just continues. Everyone acts like nothing happened, or worse, they say the killings was justified. As in the words of Dave Chappelle, everyone wants to be black, but nobody really wants to be black. Why is it that some people enjoy black culture, but once it's time to act in solidarity with the black struggle, they are gone? I want people to realize that if you enjoy music from artists like Beyonce, Rihanna, or Kendrick Lamar, their art will continue to reflect the black experience. For example, despite being liked across the board, when Beyonce came out with her Lemonade album, many people were outraged by her tone of protest, especially when she dressed as a Black Panther or chanted, "Okay, ladies, now let's get in formation." Many people felt that she wasn't representing America in the song. Well, now you know how it feels like to be left out. The other big issue is the lack of representation for our stories and characters in mainstream media. Black actors are usually still cast as the black best friend, the thug, or a prisoner. Majority of the time, these characters aren't even given proper writing because they use African American vernacular language incorrectly. Let's not forget that the people writing for these characters are not even black. It's time to hire black actors and black writers and give us better representation in the media. So in the spirit of the upcoming holidays, I'm going to ask you to think about what you can do. If you have a POC friend, whether they are African American, Middle Eastern, Latino, or Asian, please take the time to learn about their culture and understand their struggle. Be a better listener. Be a better friend so we can be truly together as an equal society in this great land. Happy holidays, everyone.
Regardless of race, being a better friend and being a better listener is advice any of us could benefit from.
I could not agree more.
That's all we have for today's show. Thank you from all of us here at Temple Street. I'm Aubrey Dunham.
And I'm Mariana Silva. Happy holidays. We'll see you again next time.